Hey guys, we're going to do a reading. I talked about this earlier today in one of my videos. I was going to do it. I didn't say exactly what. I said I was going to do a read for Chris Rock. So I've did a few up. Of course, the night of the as soon as I saw what happened at the Oscars, I threw up a video and everything like that, kind of predicting. And we did predict. I felt that Will Smith. I did feel he would apologize. He would make an apology to Chris Rock. I felt that was coming. Separately, because he should be very scared that he's gonna lose that Oscar. Okay. And I feel that, and I've read on, the Oscar, I feel that, if he apologizes, he has a shot at keeping it. But of course I said, if he doesn't apologize, if I'm wrong and he doesn't apologize or something, they're taking that Oscar, hands down. So I'm sure the apology helps, but still there is going to be consequences. I mean, there's going to be something, that happens, but that's okay. I already talked about the other video. We're talking about Chris Rock. Let's give him some attention. We've been talking a lot about Will. Everybody's talking about Will. Everybody's talking about Will's emotions and feelings and marriage. And, some people have even justified his actions. And I know that a lot of people love Will Smith. We do. And we do feel that he's been through a lot of stuff. We feel he's a good guy. He's been through a lot of stuff. He's tried real hard. He's tried to make his marriage work. He's been dragged. We understand that. But still, Chris is the one who took a slap to the face at the Oscars in front of everybody. And it's not just even that it was on television for everybody, but now it's erupted, and we knew it would. Everybody knew this was going to be massive. It erupted on social media, and eventually people will get sick of it, and it'll die down to a point, but it'll never 100% die down. For now on, every time somebody looks at Chris Rock, okay, they're going to see Will Smith slapping his face. It's going to take many years before that stops, if it ever does. Okay, so this is something that was very massive, very shocking, and he will always have that on him. Now one thing I just, and I'm not trying to make this funny, okay, I'm really not, but when he took this slap, I am so glad nothing happened, that he didn't fall down, he didn't scream, he didn't, you know what I'm saying? And I'm also glad he didn't hit back. So he took the slap, and he was tough about it, and then on top of it, to kind of, gather himself, remain completely professional. He really did, in lieu of this, screaming at him, and he's like, okay, and everything. And then he kind of, as a comedian would, made a joke, yet he was telling the truth, greatest night in history on television, like, holy shit, this is huge. He knew it was going to be huge. He knew, oh my God, I'm standing here and I'm in the middle of something that's very massive. He knew, what was coming. And that this would be just go crazy, because he's celebrity, and he knows he's the host of the Oscars and everything. But yeah, anytime if he ever hosts the Oscars, people are going to think about what happened and stuff. And it was a very powerful phenomenon, in that everybody else that got awards, things that happened that night. Do you know who won Best Picture? For some of you, I don't even know. I don't care about the Oscars. Yeah, you may not even know who's going to remember that movie that won Best Picture. It was Coda, by the way. I guess the name is Coda. I don't know what it's about. I just know I do know that. And the only other thing I really know about the Oscars, I do happen to know this: West Side Story was nominated. I did see the movie, and I wish I had my phone by me because I could pull up her name. But the little girl who plays Maria in West Side Story, she wasn't invited to the Oscars. Why on earth? See, I saw, when I was a little girl, I saw West Side Story. My mom put it on the TV, and I just completely was zoned in, focused on that when that movie came on. I thought it was such a beautiful movie. I cried at the end as a child. I completely cried. Okay. But the fact, what in the world, and why did not, when it's nominated for Best Picture, and the other actress won, I think she was a supporting actress, one for West Side Story, who was in the movie, but they didn't invite the girl who played Maria to the Oscars, and she's in the Best Picture. What? And so I was very surprised by that, and I'm like, what? You invite all these other people who haven't been in movies for years, but you don't invite her. So I just want to throw that in there, just to throw that in there. And you know what? Let me grab my phone. I'm going to put her name out here because that was messed up. I know, not that I have a massive channel, but I just want to get her name out because you know what? It's just so messed up that they did not invite her to the Oscars. Okay, Maria in West Side Story, the new one.
Rachel Zegler.
Rachel
NPR,
Zegler.
Rachel Zegler is Maria in 20th Century Studios' West Side Story.
Her name is Rachel Zegler. Very beautiful actress. And she did a really good job, and then she wasn't invited to the Oscars. Absolute shit. So I thought that was crazy. That was crazy. She's really, the main, in West Side Story, we know her as the main character, and then she's not invited to the Oscars. That would be like not inviting Natalie Wood because she's the one who played Maria in the old West Side Story. Okay, so I don't understand that. Okay, let me get back to Chris Rock. I know I could go on about that, but that's how stupid Hollywood and Oscars and how they are. Maybe somebody didn't like her. Maybe there was something that what is this? She's a very young girl. What is there not to like? Why would you snub her at the Oscars? I don't understand that. And apparently people were talking about on her Instagram, like, what are you going to wear? This, that. Her fans were being all like that. People who follow her. And she's like, well, I'm going to be in my sweats watching on TV like you guys. I'm going to be watching it with you. So she was real sweet about it apparently, but I would be really pissed off. So, yeah, that's very sad. Okay. So Chris Rock, he took a slap in the face. Let's get to the reading what I'm going to do. It's not been mentioned very much, which I'm highly surprised. But Jim Carrey did mention something. And he did. And he did a very powerful interview. And a lot of people are like right on with what he said. Especially about Hollywood. Everybody giving Will Smith a standing ovation that night after he slapped the host. Okay? That is kind of surprising. I know he did a good job. It's a well-deserved, but come on. He just went about it like, they all applauded him. That's some heavy shit right there. Is Chris Rock going to sue? That's the question I want to ask. That's what I'm kind of wondering. That's what I'm kind of feeling. And right now I feel that may be a consideration. He might be at a crossroads on. So I may kind of see that he's kind of at a crossroads because, having this happen and everything is a huge thing, and it even kind of pits it like he's being some bad guy or malicious. He's a comedian, he's a comedian. He pokes fun at people and stuff like that. Okay, and stuff. And sometimes, with comedians, you got to have a little thick skin that they're going to pick on you, and stuff. And he, I'm sure he did not mean to hurt feelings. Okay. I know some people are like, that was a very uncool joke. He did admit that was insensitive, a little too far. He did, when he apologized, he put out an apology. He was man enough to do that. He's like, I'll be man enough to do that. And he knew he should do that because there were some people who were like, no, your joke was, and no, it wasn't the greatest joke or anything, but it didn't deserve, not only a slap, but in front of everybody and then to blow up on social media. And now it's going to be forever iconic, a memory that no one will ever forget. It's kind of like somebody did a post and they were talking about like, do you know where you were when 9/11 happened? Do you know where you were when this happened? The shuttle, do you know where you, and people will ask one day, do you know where you were when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock? Okay. It's going to be stuff like that. It's just something that you're just not going to forget. Okay. So that's what we're going to focus on. Since I've rambled a little bit, and sorry to go on a West Side Story, but that really bothered me. I cannot believe they did not invite her. Okay. She's in the Best Picture. She's basically, she's really supposed to be the lead actress. She is Maria, and she doesn't get to go to the Oscars. I don't understand that. Let's go ahead and read Chris Rock. Okay, so just a feel. I'm not sure yet, hence why I'm checking cards. But I'm sure there has got to be, I'm sure he has a lawyer, and I'm having a fun time trying to get this estate. Give me a moment here. I'm sure he has his own attorney. They all do. Okay, he's got an attorney. You know Chris Rock has an attorney. And the attorney has got to have talked to him. Okay, there's no way he does not. So let's go ahead and kind of focus. Chris Rock. Would he sue? And if it does come up, yes, do not ask me for the dollar figure. I am not good at number predictions like that. That would be a hard one, you know. But one thing I was thinking about, this is just me. Say I've got a lot of money. You know, I'm Chris Rock. I've got a lot of money. I'm okay. Maybe not as much as Will Smith. Hey, let's actually check that. I wanted to check that on this video. Okay, so how much is Will Smith's net worth? Let's check it out. Will Smith's net worth. I don't know. Okay, so he's about 350 million is what they're saying. Yeah, 350 million. Okay, so let's look at Chris Rock. Chris Rock's net worth. Let me see if they know. Oh, he's only about 60 million. Is that it? I find that hard to believe. Okay, so he's about 60 million. Okay, so he's, yeah. But when you think about it, he doesn't do a whole lot of starring role movies, okay? A lot of times he's in the supporting cast. So that can be part of the reason. And then, comedians, they only get paid so much money. So, yeah. So, okay, hold on. He had a net worth of 100 million at one time, but maybe lost a little money or something like that. Oh, here, let me just top on this. This is kind of explaining it. Hold on one sec. Give me one moment. Because that is a little lower than I thought it would be. I would have thought he had a little more money than that. I don't know if they'll... I can't read this. Take it forever. I want to get to the read. Man, wow, he worked hard to get up there. Okay. Just kind of gleaning this. Yeah, he's done a lot of movies. Listen to all the movies he's done, if you could remember these guys. New Jack City, many of you remember that. Boomerang, The Immortals, Beverly Hills Ninja, way back when. Down to Earth, Bad Company, Head of State, Magsicar series, and it just went away. And I was about to read more, and they all disappeared. Okay, darn it. This thing is moving around. You know how... Oh, here we go. The Longest Yard. I loved him in The Longest Yard, by the way. Grown Ups. What a good movie. I love that one. 2 Days in New York, top 5. Okay, so the movies he's done, a lot of the movies he's done are not big, huge movies. And it looks like he hasn't done a movie since 2014. Okay. Besides, and that explains. Besides acting in comedy, okay. Net worth. As of July 1st, 2021, Rock had a net worth of 100 million. His fortunes could have been higher than that were it not for his expensive divorce. Ah, there you go. With his former wife of 20 years. And the divorce cost him a whopping 40 million in liquid assets and real estate properties. Okay. So he's at about 60 million. Okay, still a nice chunk of change, right? But not 350 million, right? Okay, so looking at that, let's put two and two together. Okay, Chris Rock got slapped at the Oscars, and I'm sure his lawyers said, "Do you want to sue?" You should. And a lot of people are probably saying, and I'm sure his brother, who is he doesn't accept Will Smith's apology, is like, you should sue. Okay, so now think about this. Now, if he ends up not suing, then he's a saint. In my eyes. Okay. Now, wait, I got a lot to say on this. Okay, just give me a moment here. Bear with me. Okay. I get you up there. Okay, sorry. Before I go into this read, if anybody thinks if Chris Rock suing makes him a bad guy, let me say this. All of you watching this video, if Will Smith walked up to you in some place, especially in front of, people on TV, and slapped you in the face, you would sue Will Smith. I don't care. I don't care if you loved him, in all his movies. I don't care if you loved him as the Fresh Prince. I don't care if you used to have cassettes of Parents Just Don't Understand and used to play it till it wore out. If Will Smith slapped you in the face, you would take him to court. So if Chris Rock does ultimately do this, do not look down at the man, because anybody in their right mind, okay, would punish that man financially by suing him, okay, for hitting them. Anybody would. Okay, that's the way it is. Let's get to it. Okay. You know it. You know who you are, and you know you would. Let's go. But yeah, sometimes it's good to, if something told me, look at their net worth. Okay, look at their net worth, okay? And I'm not saying that Chris is an opportunist or anything like that, but you could see if lawyers are persuasive and like, look, man, look what he did, and he's got all these people clowning him about getting slapped and, you know, messing with him, and this is a big, humiliation. Yeah, it's humiliating, somebody coming up and slapping you in the face. Okay, you could say, you may want to get back at it, and one of the ways is to sue. Okay. Oh, but what I was going to say on another point before I interrupted my own self is Chris Rock should even consider suing Will Smith for $1 if he doesn't want to, go for the throat. Sue him for $1 and cover his lawyer fees just to win in court, just to prove that Will Smith was in the wrong. Okay, if he doesn't want to go for the dollar figure. Okay. Okay, 5, 6. But you would sue if a stranger walked up, slapped you in the face in front of a massive amount of people and things like that, and it got televised on TV, and everybody started putting your face on social media with you getting a slap. Okay, and everybody started making fun of you, making memes and stuff like that. Would you sue that person? Yes, you would. Hands down. So will Chris sue? Let's see what we got. He is at the crossroads. I told you guys. 2 wants is to be at the crossroads. He's thinking about it. He's at the crossroad. There's a lot to contemplate here, though. Okay, there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to process. Just like it does make sense. He didn't want it and think about it. He hasn't come out. He hasn't had a big statement. He hasn't talked to the public about a big thing. No, either is Will Smith. And I think because Will Smith kind of knows something may be coming here. Okay, something's going on. They've done their apologies, but no interviews, no nothing. Okay. And Chris Rock, apparently at when he went to his comedy show, sold out. Okay, he kind of joked, "How was your weekend?" And everybody laughed, and he didn't talk very much about it, but he did say he was processing. Okay, I think he's processing this. He's at the fork in the road. He is definitely, there's people talking to him, and everything. What do you want to do? He's at the fork in the road. Do I just go on about it and let it blow over and go on with my life, and stuff, and be this guy who got slapped, or do I go sue? Do I really take a stand for myself for what happened and take him to court and sue and hit him in the pocketbook? Okay, so it is definitely, there is talk of it. So my feel is correct. Will he do it? Okay, we're going to, see what is most likely outcome is what we're going to do. But it is on the table. Okay, it is presently on the table. And that's the fork in the road. Okay, that's a big one. I've got the lovers here. The lovers to me represents Will and Jada. It's just if anybody's in an entanglement, it's Chris. Okay, if anyone's in an entanglement, it's Chris. It gets very complicated because of the lovers and the issues that they have opposing, him in this whole fiasco. Perfect opposing card. Really, it's Will and Jada, and it's a mess. Okay, that's a real entanglement. Okay, and now I want to know Chris Rock's side. Oh, wait a minute. Did they say he's Aquarius? Okay, yeah, I think he is Aquarius or something. But you know what? I feel for him, the Prince of Cups is fitting. Okay. He's, one of the things is, I feel kind of, when I kind of got the feels there, and watching also some YouTubes, I was actually watching one with Dave Chappelle and Dana Carvey. They were doing a talk on a YouTube and stuff, and they were talking about, and they're all friends, and Chris Rock, and they, obviously they all know each other. They've done movies together and everything. And one of the things they said that they were all kind of bullied in school, so I'm sure that there's some old sensitive wounds might have got ripped there. Because Chris Rock apparently, and I think his brother even mentioned, yeah, we used to pick on him. Oh yeah, and that's probably why he became funny. I actually feel that's one of the reasons why Chris became funny. Maybe becoming funny, people would like him and maybe not pick on him. Think about it. Think about, he was, when you're a little skinny guy and everything, you'll pick on him, but let me be funny and stuff like that. So he probably got out of some fights being funny. Think about it. But there's some his feelings are hurt. He's embarrassed. He's embarrassed. The sensitivity, the Prince of Cups here. But he handled it like a champ. He kind of gathered himself. But no, his feelings are hurt. Okay, and stuff. And this, and I feel he didn't want to hurt anybody. He just wanted to make people laugh. He wanted to have a good night, have a joyous time and everything. So this is, see, it's just as I said it, happiness. He just wanted people to have a joyous time. He just wanted to make them happy. Just as I was saying it, see, Spirit loves to do this for me. Just as I was saying that, he just wanted to make people laugh. He just wanted to make people happy. He didn't want to hurt anybody. He wasn't like, I hate that Jada lady. I'm going to humiliate her and I'm going to talk about her head. That was not the intent. He just wanted to make people happy, make people laugh, have a good time, do a good job. Okay? And that was his intent. Okay? That was his intent. Okay? He wasn't trying to be a dick. But the devil, what did Denzel say to Will Smith? When you're at your highest point, that's when the devil comes for you. And the devil was there that night at the Oscars, as we know. Okay? Perfect card right there, overlapping. Here's Chris trying to make people laugh, make them happy, just have a good time. He's not trying to be a jerk or anything. He's just, trying to do his job. He's a comedian, and the devil came. Okay? There we go. Good cards, right? Let's get into it. Let's see what's coming. Yeah, I've got that disappointment and everything, that just with everything that happened, and, and I feel he's kind of in mourning himself. There's a lot of sadness with there because he feels, one of the things he feels like, a night that I hosted the Oscars will never be the same again. It'll never be looked at the same. Because think about it, when people put on a show, I don't know if you guys ever, when you were little kids or anything, or high school or college, if you were ever in any kind of theater putting on a show, if you were, or maybe you did a dance recital, whatever, anything like that, how much work goes involved. Can you imagine all these people putting together the Oscars, coming out, rehearsing, presenting, and then there were other comedians there, the lady comedians, Amy Schumer and all that. Everybody, Wanda Sykes, everybody working together and working hard to put this on, and then bam, so yeah, very disappointed, and to feel like I'm the host, which he takes, some kind of responsibility on that. I actually feel he feels a little, God, if I just would have said that joke, maybe this wouldn't have happened. I feel he kind of feels that in his soul. I feel he knows, no, I didn't deserve to be slapped, but man, it's just what happened and everything, But the wealth card, there it is. I'm telling you, they're talking to him, and that's what, I knew if I saw that card, it could be coming. Okay? He's just, the devil came, right? Devil came for him. And the wealth card is popping up in there. And so, definitely, he's definitely thinking about it, about suing. It's on the table, just like I said. It's matter of fact, he made me think about it a little bit more than you even realize, or I even realize. Okay? Stuff. Eight of Pentacles. He also, everybody's focused on Will, his career, what he's done and everything, the work hard. Chris Rock's worked hard too, to be one of the top comedians. And, I'm sure he started in little tiny, bars and this and that, just like many comedians did, and worked real hard to get to where he was, get in movies, get recognized, and become someone very significant. It's not an easy thing. So Will Smith's worked hard, but so is he. And everything, and all of this is all a mess. So yeah, but yeah, we got that wealth card lawsuit. Come, let's see what's going on. Got that oppression. He's feeling oppressed right now. Because he's got people coming down on him, attacking his character too, and the whole thing is, and all the memes and everything like that are coming on, and still, but he's still he at least he didn't cancel his comedy show and everything. It takes a lot of courage to get up there, but he's getting support too. He's getting support and he's getting love, as he should. And then we've got the magician here, obviously that, the show, and everything like that. I just realized the magician card looks like an Oscar. It took me a while to realize that. Just look at it. I just realized maybe that's why the magician keeps coming up, if anything. The magician card looks like an Oscar. Oh my God, yes. I just realized that. It's gold. It's, oh, okay. But yeah, and obviously show and everything, spectacle and all that. Crazy. But see, I've got that victory card, okay, and everything. So I'm looking like with the Chariot, he is about moving forward. He definitely wants to move forward, but he knows, that, it's going to take a long time to get past this. Power, Four of Pentacles is popping up in here, okay? So it definitely... He knows, that money talks. Money does talk and everything. And if he took Will Smith to court and everything, and won a lawsuit, that would make a big, huge statement and stuff. But I feel like with, in the hopes and fears, the Ace of Cups, one thing is, what if people don't like me? What if they don't like me anymore? If I sue Will? Well, he's got a little bit of that. He doesn't want to make a wrong move here. I'm going to pull a second card for that. Yeah, he just he's really feeling stuck here. He's really feeling stuck. Yeah, let me go one more. Sometimes I like to break them up there. This is interesting. The end cards. I'm gonna pop you up here. Oh. So, the cool thing is I got the card Truce. Now, when I've explained to you guys truce, it's very important to understand there is peace, shake hands, be friends. Okay, like was it, what is Puff Daddy, whatever, but I don't, whatever his name is. He was talking about, oh yeah, we'll get backstage, we'll be friends, we'll make up, we're family. No, we're gonna have a truce. Okay, so we will have a truce. A truce would explain. It is not we make peace and shake hands. A truce is like Israel and Palestine. We'll stop fighting. Okay? We'll stop fighting for now. Okay? But the war's not over. Okay? It's not necessarily a war, but we're going to stop fighting for now. So we're not going to like each other. We're never going to be friends. Okay, we're never going to be friends, but we agree to stop fighting. So we got that and so forth. Eight of Swords popping up in the outcome also. That kind of makes me feel, I do feel, looking at that, it's very interesting. I feel he's kind of, he feels kind of trapped and stuck in a position that he knows he's got to make a decision, but it's a very tough one. But the Knight of Swords also tells me that, which that makes me feel Will Smith in the way he acted. The Knight of Swords can be very brutal and can go in for an attack and so forth. Harsh words. We know he got very vulgar with the words and stuff like that. And I do feel he just feels very, he's real trapped in mind here, what's going on. But I feel he does want a truce. He doesn't want to necessarily battle with this. He doesn't want Will Smith fans hating him, and things like that. But wealth and power are popping up in there. Okay. And one of the things he does know, Will Smith has a lot of power. Okay. I feel with that power card, that's a little part of it. He does have a lot of power, among the celebrities. There's a lot of people that support him. I mean, when he slaps Chris Rock, Denzel, Tyler Perry, and Bradley Cooper all run to console him. Okay, so he, yeah, I mean, how would you feel? Will Smith has a lot of power, but that wealth card is popping up in there, and he's also thinking about how he worked and everything. So it's very interesting, very interesting. But I do believe he wants a truce, in the sense he doesn't want a big fat battle here. Let's go ahead and look and kind of see here. See the crossroad card. I'm telling you, he's at it. He's thinking about it. Crossroad pops up again. 2 of Wands is the crossroad. Okay, so he's thinking about the possibility. You know, he's trying to see the future. If I make this move, what happens? He's really trying to see ahead and so forth. I look at the heart card. What it is which it can be a romantic symbol, of course. And the gentleman and everything. And I feel that, you know, he acknowledges, you know, a lot of that, you know, Will Smith, love his wife. We know he does. We know he does, you know, and everything. But, you know, that's kind of the core issue. But at the same time, I also do have the clover, which can be also good luck. There is some positives that are happy for Chris. There are people coming to his side. His shows are selling out. Okay. You know, there's some stuff like that. But I feel he just kind of wants safety and security with the tower and everything like that. But just like it says, a lone tower stands, confident, secure, you know, and that's what he's trying to, you know, ground your strength in all that is pure. When troubles surround, which obviously are, weakness may come, problems that abound, you must overcome. So, looking at that, I feel there is a, you know, you need to kind of still stand up for yourself about what happened and so forth. You know, and stuff. This is a big thing here, and stuff. But looking at that, I mean, but he's still, you know, he's still a pretty good guy. He's at the crossroads. It's a hard one to predict, but I see that wealth card popping up in the immediate future, which makes me feel as it is popping up there. There's a good strong possibility of a lawsuit here. I'm gonna pull from the Kipper, see what else it says, especially with the wealth popping up in there. But I feel there just is a little bit of nervousness because Will Smith has a lot of power in Hollywood and everything. That's one thing. You know, he doesn't want to end up becoming, you know, canceled, shunned, blacklisted, you know, whatever. There could be a little fear there. But I feel that people coming to his side. And then there's also a, you know what, this really, you know, look at that, main female. All of it surrounds Jada. Okay. You know, and for him, I get the pathway on this deck. Interesting. I actually get the Thief card, which kind of makes me feel the very first thing is it actually makes me feel like the night was stolen. You know, the whole thing, you know, it wasn't just even, you know, say Chris Rock's night as a host, but a lot of the people there that this just stole everything away. I do get the card unexpected income. Now, that could also be not just even a lawsuit, but other things coming his way. Okay? Interesting. I do also get the poverty card. Okay? Which that makes me feel someone may... I'm not saying Will Smith could ever be in poverty. I think it's just trying to show a symbol that he may lose some money. Okay? Not necessarily he'd be... I don't think he'd lose it all. Of course not. Not for... Nobody's going to give away all his money. No way of that. Now, the imprisonment card pops up. Okay? Which, that... I still don't think he's going to press charges. But it's... I think the only reason it's popped up is because people have been saying that he should, you know, but I think he just wants a truce. I don't think he wants to go that far, but he's you know, Will Smith is lucky he's not, and everything like that. Very concerned. And one more. Yeah, definitely. He's just looking at, you know, he put a lot of hard work into his career too. He's at the crossroads. 2 crossroad cards. Okay, so we got to look at this. 2 crossroad cards. Immediate future, the wealth card pops up here. He's got, that disappointment there, and I feel like he wants, it would make a statement, definitely. He's worked very hard. He worked very hard on that show all his life, this, that. Other people that were working on the show, he thinks of his co-hosts and everything. He just wanted to make people happy. He wasn't trying to, take down Jada or anything. He was just trying to make people happy that night and everything. It hurt his feelings. It hurt his feelings, and everything. But it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, and I do feel it kind of makes him feel like, God, back in the days when the bullies used to mess with me and stuff like that. But I feel no matter what, he'll go on. He wants to move forward and things like that. Move forward and step in power. That's crazy. But no, the magician card, it looks just like the Oscar. It just hit me. It's like Spirit's going, dummy, doesn't that look like an Oscar? I've shown it in every read you've done. Okay. So it's kind of, but he's, the oppression, and everything. He's getting some support, but he's also getting some hate here. He's under a lot of stress and everything like that. So yeah, I do actually feel with everything going on, I'll give you a little bit here. He is processing, like he said, and I do feel something could come out with a lawsuit. Okay. I know it's kind of surprising, but right now I feel he's kind of weighing it at the moment that, hey, Will Smith's got a lot of power. A lot of people like him. That is true. This and that, those things are going on. But at the same time, it's like, am I just gonna, let him get away with it? And then he just gives a half-ass apology on Instagram and stuff. And he may be thinking about, he'll be punished by the Academy, but what about, me? What about everything? I've got the extremes card. Everything was just done to extreme, absolutely, and so forth. I even got the sovereign card. He should be able to stand there like a sovereign being and not be slapped. Everything, that's true. So yeah, his lawyers and stuff are telling him you need to take action. Don't just take this. I know Jesus said turn the other cheek. Hit my other cheek. Well, I know, but sometimes you gotta do something, and stuff. And that's, he's gonna choose a path though. On that crossroad, he will choose a path and stuff. Yes, the unexpected happened. You're absolutely right. We all know that. Nobody expected that. Nobody. I don't care. Unless there might be a very, 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 very awesome psychic who saw it coming years ago. That's possible. But, maybe the Simpsons did. Maybe somebody's going to show me a Simpson with Will Smith doing something. Okay. I know it's going to happen, but we're doing a lot of self-reflection during this time, everybody, with what's involved, on a deeper level, even on a spiritual level and so forth, we're looking at, we'll pull one more. So right now he's just trying to focus on the best move here, and so forth. Very interesting cards we got and everything. Wealth. Yeah. I'm asking about money. I'm asking about a lawsuit and everything. And also unexpected income. That card just pop up. Then the next to it is poverty, which makes me feel one gain, one lose. That's possibility with that as well. Okay. That's a possibility. That's so funny. I just realized the magician looks just like the Oscar. That's I got you. Okay, now I understand what you were trying to say. You were just trying to talk about the Oscars. Okay. But that's cool. But yeah, definitely the Knight of Swords energy, the very fast reaction, abusive. Knight of Swords energy can be abusive for me. So definitely verbally abusive sometimes. And everything like that. Yeah, it's pretty heavy, what happened. So let's just kind of go ahead and see. But I'm leading actually with that wealth card. And there's a very strong possibility looking here that I don't know how long it's going to take. I kind of wonder if Chris Rock is waiting to see what the Academy does before he would announce a lawsuit. Check it out.